welcome to the second half of Football Friday Night, sponsored by Bojangles and Universal Windows Direct. Let's get back to the action on the field for Maiden at Watauga.
Yeah, it's kind of turned into a little bit of a rivalry in recent years. Watauga has won the last two meetings here after losing to the Blue Devils back in 2021. So could Maiden even the series tonight? Well, who else but our good old Steve Onosorge was out there and has the highlights.
It was no band uniform night in Boone. Hey, it's still summer, even here. And time for quite a matchup. The Watauga Pioneers had a big win last week, now looking for another. But the Maiden Blue Devils were in the way and ready.
Gonna do it tonight.
Maiden used up half of the first quarter going downfield, gaining yards here, but winding up punting. Watauga needed just one play. That's Everett Grider. He could go all the way. And just like that, it's 7-0. Maiden Blue Devils, though, went back to the grind-it game until this pass over the middle. Hampton Reed, great catch. They're set up down deep. A few plays later, Josh Stover punches it in. They're tied. Maiden fans love it. Defense ruled for a while again until Watauga came up with another big play. This turnover on a punt, and the very next play they make it count. Landon Smith on the catch. It's 14-7 at the half. Second half, Pioneer defense came up big. Fourth and short, they stop it. That's when Maddox Green on the keeper goes up the sidelines and makes it a 14-point lead for Watauga. Their fans were feeling it. And when Dylan Zaragoza picks off this pass, and Watauga tacks on three more, it was over. Even this, oh, by the way, Maiden TD didn't matter. No band uniform night was good for Watauga. They win 24-13. At Watauga High School, Steve Onosorge for Football Friday Night.
That's three straight in this rivalry for Watauga over Maiden. And you know, Watauga's a 4A school, Maine's a 2A school. Yeah. But it's always a very good game. It's just, I think lately now, after Maiden won that first one, the first time they played each other, I think since then Watauga been like, we ain't gonna let this continue to happen. I mean, and then you got to look at it like this: it's a 4A school versus a 2A school. Yep. Eventually, that 4A school is just gonna, even though Maiden's got some players that can play with them, eventually that attrition takes over, and by the fourth quarter, the body is ready to just give up at that point in time. You just run out of gas, and I think that's what we're starting to see when we see those type of games like that.
I'm curious if the band is going to continue to go without the uniforms as long as they keep winning. Who else but Steve Onosorge is going to give us a uniform report on the band? I love it. You talk about Watauga, they're a team that it's tough to play them, first of all. It's also tough to go up that mountain and play them. And they're a team that, had they not run into Independence last year, kind of a bit of an unlucky draw in that 4A bracket, that's a team that could have made a pretty deep run in the Western Regional Final. So I would not be surprised at all if we saw Watauga kind of back in that position again, because they're stout on both sides of the ball, as you just saw there.
They're probably they're gonna more than likely win their conference, which means they're gonna get a good seed in the playoffs. So yeah, you very well could see that again. A Charlotte area school or a Union County school gonna have to go up that mountain in November. You don't know what the weather's gonna be like. Yep. Could be cold. Could
the band will be wearing jackets. The band will wear jackets.
They'll definitely be wearing uniforms at that point in time because they're trying to stay warm up on that mountain because it's gonna get cold later on. But a good win right there for Watauga and Maiden. These are the type of games that gets them ready for their conference. And the state playoffs. So just because they lost tonight, no, that was a game that got them ready and got them prepared. League play is going to start real soon. They'll be ready for league play because of tonight.